Greetings, beautiful ones. Sonya from Empowered Sovereign, and this is the Great Awakening 2025, and this is session 10. How are you adjusting? How are you feeling? Knowing that your whole life journey is about you uncovering, remembering who you are. Isn't that a fascinating revelation? Yeah. Because we are the co-creators of our lives, dear ones. Yes, we are. So before we begin, dear ones, let us close our eyes and breathe in our life force. Yes, dear ones, our life force. This is what keeps our mind clear, is when we breathe. That simple act of breathing. And it's a good thing that breathing is involuntary. So let's breathe in, filling our lungs up with our vital force. And then exhaling out our mouth all of what no longer serves us. As we have gathered in this space so we can receive knowledge, so that knowledge can become wisdom. As we add the knowledge to our lives in a practical way, we are seeing ourselves, we are feeling ourselves, and we are finally aligning to our true essence, having the ability to slow down so we do not miss ourselves. Breathe in, breathe out. So thank you for this space. May we receive the knowledge to help us continue to move forward on our journeys. So it is, thy will is done. Yes, 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 thy will is done. So dear ones, the Great Awakening 2025, where shall I start? Well, first, I would like to say that we are all worthy. And why are we all worthy? Because we are physical incarnations of Source, of God, of the universe. And everything that we see around us is us. And this is what the Great Awakening is about. Because we have awakened to the expansive part of ourselves, not being limited in thinking that we are only this body. Okay? These sessions are transmissions in helping to align you to the fullness of who we are. So we are energetic essences. We are multi-perceptional beings that are infinite. When we can let go of the conditionings that had made us small, at least in our minds, made us small, because we have never been small. It's not possible. No, it's not. But when we can allow for our mind to create those beliefs and thoughts that are not true, then this is where the illusion begins, dear ones. Because we think that we are only one way. And what did I just say? We are multi-perceptional essences, meaning we have many personas, characters, and many ways of being, because we encompass the whole. Now, everything that I am sharing, like always, is very simple concepts, yet because of the spell of conditioning, it can be difficult to let those conditionings go and to accept a more expanded viewpoint of yourself. Yeah, it can be difficult, but it is not impossible. No, it's not. So this is why you are worthy, because you and me and every life force, okay? Life force. This is what makes us exist. This is what makes us, or makes it possible, is our life force. So I choose my words carefully, dear ones, because I want you to understand the lingo, the language, the necessity to express through the words of communication, so you can understand that you encompass the whole. All right? So this is why we are worthy. We are physical manifestations of the Most High, of the source, of the God essence that flows through us and to us, because it is us. So again, this is a transmission. This is helping to activate what is already within you, dear ones. Yes. Yes, it is. And I am a messenger, just like you are. And I'm here to uplift the whole to the new earth. And the new earth is this new way of thinking, this new way of seeing ourselves and feeling. Yes, feeling. Yes, let's feel ourselves. Let us not be cold-hearted. Let us feel with our hearts. Yes, this is what keeps us alive. Yes, it keeps that life force flowing. Yeah, so this is why we are worthy. So dear ones, I am going to discuss today body compositions. I am going to discuss Ayurveda. Now, if you are not aware of Ayurveda, it is a life science. The true meaning is from an ancient language called Sanskrit, and the first part of the word is life. So Aryu is life, and Veda is knowledge. So life knowledge, the science of life, the knowledge of life. This is what it's about. So, so because we are the elements, and I'm discussing this so you can understand a little more in detail, and you can take it from there, so you can understand that you are the elements, the fire, the earth, the water, the ether, and the air. So that's 5 elements. We are all of that. So we have 3 body compositions that I want to discuss. Ayurvedic life system. This is about us. This is about our life, about the knowledge of us. And this is what I speak about all the time. So our first composition, dear ones, is vata, V-A-T-A. And this composition it makes up the ether and the air, and it's all about movement. So you're looking at a vata. I am a vata dominant composition. And of course I have pita and kapha, that's the other 2. We all have these 3 body compositions within us, but one is more dominant. So I'm a vata dominant. I'm all about the movement. I'm all about the air and the ether. And this is why I love the autumn season. Yes, because I'm a vata. I love the air element because that is mainly my body composition. Okay, so as well as I have been saying, you can journal this, you can jot it down as notes, and you can look up this stuff for yourself, because we are supposed to heart discern everything that we receive from other people. Okay, so I am a vata, which I said it's ether and air. It's all about movement. We are usually cold and dry. Okay, yeah, I'm very dry and I'm very cold all the time. My feet, my hands are cold. And this composition is all about movement, moving the body. This is why we have a body, so we can move it. Okay, so that's the first composition. The second composition is pita, P-I-T-T-A. And this body composition is all about digestion. It's about transformation. And this dasha is the fire and the water. Yes, the fire and the water element. So a pitta composition, as I said, is hot. And the pitta can be inflamed when it's imbalanced. The pittas are intense, yeah, and sharp. They're witty as well. And they're all about transformation. So this is what we're going through right now. We're all going through transformations, okay? Because the fire helps to burn away all of what no longer serves us, okay? So remember that as well. The fire burns. So the pitta means to burn. And you're burning away, as I said, all that doesn't serve us. So that's the pitta composition, okay? So you're learning about the composition of what makes us human, what makes us exist, what makes us do the things that we do, how we move, if we're hot, if we're cold. All of this stuff comes into play, dear ones. Okay, so that's the pitta. So the last one is kapha, K-A-P-H-A. And this composition makes up the earth and the water. It's all about stability. It's to stick. We have to have the mucus. We have to have that moisture. Okay, we have to have that. We were dry on the inside and we didn't have the moisture. Things would just dry up and break. So we cannot have the dryness on the inside of us. So the inside of us, we have the moisture. That's the kapha in there. And the kapha is all about stability, okay? The earth, you know, being rooted into the earth. This composition is to stick, so we can be able to stick, have that sticky substance and not be dry like a vata. This is why we have to have all three of them is present within us. But as I said, at least for me, I'm more vata dominant. The goal really is to be balanced in all three of them. That's really the goal. The goal is to be balanced in the vata, the pitta, and the kapha. Okay? But we all exhibit the three compositions. This is what makes us who we are. And I just shared that these compositions, they make up the elements of the earth, which are the elements of us, because we are the earth. We are the universe. Okay? So I hope this shed a little light. And Ayurveda is a life science. It's the study of life, the knowledge of life, and it consists of our diet, making sure that we are eating the foods that agree with our composition, such as me, a vata. I like warm foods. Now, it's not to say that I can't eat cold foods, but in the wintertime, which I know everybody would want soups and warm food. Yeah, soups and warm food. I have to be warm because I'm cold, I don't have much fat on my body. But yeah, it's just explaining how in Ayurveda philosophy, our diet is a part of what keeps us in a state of well-being, the foods that we eat. So we have to as well move our body. So some type of activity such as yoga, such as Tai Chi, Qigong, any type of exercise, walking, okay? Any type of aromatherapy, yoga. So it deals with the lifestyle of moving your body, the diet that we have. What are we consuming in our bodies, our thoughts as well, to be clear, doing activities that keep our minds nice and clear, right? Moving our bodies as well, so our bodies will not be heavy and dense, because we are energetic essences. So when you move your body, you move the energy in your body. Ayurveda philosophy deals with those types of practices so we can maintain a state of well-being. Our activity, our mindset, our diet, yes, moving the body, yes. And when we do these things, such as yoga, such as walking, such as exercising, we are moving the energy and helping to maintain a state of well-being. That is what we're doing, dear ones. And when we do these things, we're being consciously aware of ourselves. We are being consciously aware that we are the universe and that we are the earth. So the compositions, I hope that brought some insight. It helps you, as I said, to understand that you are the earth element, that you are the wind, the ether, the fire, the water. Yeah, we are all of that, as you have just found out from the body compositions that I have just told you. We all make up. Yeah. So it helps us to be focused as well. It helps to bring clarity in our minds when we are always moving our bodies, okay? Moving our bodies and being mindful, yes, and breathing. So Ayurveda philosophy has to do with breathing practices as well, because the breath is what we are. When we breathe in our life force, we are actually bringing in clarity within all of our organs, within our circulatory system, within our heart, our lungs, every part of our body. And when you breathe, you inhale and then you exhale, you feel really good. It's all about us being natural and knowing who we are, doing natural practices that will help us maintain a state of well-being. So that is what Ayurveda, life science, the basis of life, learning our connection to all of that, learning our connection to the seasons. Okay, so a vata, their season is the autumn, going into winter. The pita is going into spring and summer, and then the kapha is winter. Let me see, winter and spring. Yes. So you see how all of that comes together, the seasons, the elements, and then us, because we are it. Yes, all of that is us. I don't have you can take a test to see your body composition. I do not have that on my website, but I will look it up and put a link, because I think that is a good thing to do. And then it helps you as well, as I said, with your eating. Yeah. When you learn more about who you are, you will begin to naturally start eating the foods that agree with you. Yes, dear ones, that is something very necessary and a part of our well-being, is eating the foods that agree with your body. Okay? For me, I'm not trying to drink cold water. Only if I am in a very extremely hot place, right? And maybe I'm thirsty. That's the only time I can see myself drinking cold water. Other than that, I drink room temperature water. Yeah, I don't like any ice, because my body composition is naturally cold. Okay, so if you're cold all the time, guess what? You're a vata. I'm just letting you know that right now. If you're always cold, your hands is cold, your feet is cold, if you move a lot, if your skin is dry, you are more of a vata. Okay, and yeah, if you can't keep still and it's like you gotta be active doing things, you are vata. More so a vata, because vatas are all about movement, moving the body. Okay, what else can I say? So yeah, so during this great awakening, this session is keying into us as the elements, us as the seasons, putting it all together so you can understand that the things you eat, the activities you do, the thought forms and beliefs that you have, and any other type of activity that you do. This is what's making you you. So I am a yoga instructor as well. And in some of my sessions, I do have yoga practices that we can do. And I definitely have breathing practices that we can do. And as a matter of fact, we are going to do right now the Ujjayi breath. I want to teach you that. And it's the Ujjayi breath. So how do you do the Ujjayi breath? Well, first of all, I'm going to demonstrate with my mouth open. You just, and then it sounds like the ocean in the back of your throat, like this. So you want to, but we want to do it with our mouth closed. So this is how it sounds with your mouth closed. All right, dear ones. So that's the Ujjayi breath. So when you do that, you're bringing in your life force. You're feeling that life force, your breath in the back of your throat. And it does sound like the ocean. So when you do the Ujjayi breath, it's helping to slow down your heartbeat. It's helping you to slow down to your natural rhythm. Yes. And it's bringing in harmony. Yes. Because harmony, dear ones, is our natural state. All right. So you just okay. So that is the Ujjayi breath, dear ones, that you can add to your life practice to help you maintain a state of well-being. Okay, so we discussed about the vatas, body composition. Vata, pita, and kapha, they make up the elements. They make up who we are. They make up the seasons. Okay, and when we know our body composition, it just brings more understanding to you. So we talked about Ayurveda, which is a philosophy that deals with pranayama practices, breathing practices, that deal with our diet, our physical activity, our beliefs, like massage, anything to move the body, anything to move the energy, because we are learning about ourselves. So Ayurveda is the life science, the life knowledge, the science of life, which is learning about us, learning about the earth and us, the connection that is us. Okay, so we're learning all about that. And what else? I talked about the three body compositions, vata, pitta, and kapha. And I talked about Ujjayi, a pranayama breathing practice that you can add that helps bring in harmony. It helps to soothe your sympathetic nervous system. Yes, that's another thing. We are soothing our sympathetic nervous system. Everyone on the planet needs their sympathetic nervous system soothed because of the activity that we witness every day. We have to soothe it. So the Ujjayi breathing can help soothe it. And bringing in any type of yoga practices, the physical yoga practice, because there's many types of yoga. Okay? So that's what we spoke about on the Great Awakening, because we are learning more about our vast existence. We are learning more about our energetic selves. We are learning more about our multi-perceptional selves. So when we bring all of that together, we will bring in a state of well-being. All right, beautiful ones. Ending this session 10, wishing you well, wishing you love and light. Enjoy the rest of your day. My infinite love to you. Take care.